Hello everyone, we are the students of Rashtriya Raksha University, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. This is our project MANOVRITTI, our NeuroAdaptive learning companion. We built this project to create a learning environment that feels calmer, more responsive and more personal for the child. Instead of only displaying numbers, MANOVRITTI senses what is happening in real time and responds through hardware, live analytics and the dashboard. Let me first explain the Myosa hardware because that is the physical heart of the system. Myosa is a ESP32 based sensing and the feedback board that collect motion, gesture, environmental and presence data. The motion sensor track body movement, that gesture the light sensor helps understand interaction and ambient conditions, and the environment sensor measures the temperature and pressure. The OLED give immediate visual feedback. The RGB LED shows the current state through color, and the buzzer gives soft audio cues when needed. All of this data move from the board to the backend, gets analyzed, and then feedback comes back to the board again. So the full loop is board to backend to dashboard and back to board. Now let us walk through the dashboard. Screens one by one. This first screen is the login and profile selection page. This is where a parent, teacher, or therapist can choose the right profile and enter the system. We designed this screen to feel simple and welcoming. Because the start of the experience should never feel stressful, it is the first step in making the system personal for each child. After logging, we arrive at the main dashboard home. This is the control center of MANOVRITTI. Here we can instantly see the current engagement score, focus streak, distraction level, response time, and the live sensory environment like light, temperature, and pressure. We can also see the behavioral state card, which tells us whether the child is focused, restless, overstimulated, disengaged, or regulating. On this page, we also show the full board feed, which is very important because it let us inspect the raw data exactly as it arrived from the hardware. That give complete transparency and help verify that the entire system is working correctly. The next screen is the real-time session detail page. This page goes deeper into what is happening during the live session. It shows motion intensity, over time, interaction frequency, and the current sensory environment. This is the page we would use when we want to understand how the child is moving, how active the session is, and whether the environment is becoming too stimulating. It helps turn live signal into meaningful guidance in the moment. Then we have the historical analytics trends page. This is where the system becomes truly useful over time. Instead of only seeing one session, we can look at patterns across days, weeks, and longer periods. We can compare engagement trends, overload frequency, and environmental correlation. This tells us things like when the child learns best, what time of day works better, and whether light or other environmental changes affect focus. This screen is what makes the project more than monitoring, it becomes learning analysis. The therapist dashboard is another important screen. This page gives a comfort, focus streak, session strategy, sensor comfort analysis, recent states, and support suggestions. We build this because the therapists do not need only raw numbers. They need a clear and practical summary that helps them guide the child with confidence. This screen translates complex sensor behavior into understandable recommendation. The child profile history screen is where the system becomes very personal. Here we can see an individual child profile, recent sessions, daily engagement flow, and sensory needs. This is important because every child is different and the dashboard should be reflect that difference. It helps caregivers understand what support the child, what challenges appear repetitively, and what patterns lead to better regulation and better learning. In conclusion, MANOVRITTI is complete neuroadaptive system. The Myosa hardware senses the real world, the backend interprets behavior, and the dashboard explains it clearly, and the board responds to the feedback. That closed loop is what makes the project powerful. It is not just a monitoring tool, it is a companion system designed to support learning in a calm, adaptive, and human-centered way. We built this project with the idea that learning should feel supportive, not overwhelming. We focus on real-time feedback so the system can respond the moment the environmental change. We keep the design privacy first with no camera, no microphone, so the child's comfort stays central. We made the dashboard useful for parents, teachers, therapists, not just for technical review. Most importantly, we designed MANOVRITTI to feel like a companion that understands the learning environment and helps improve it gently. And this is our current prototype, and while we projecting in future, we will build a 3D printed case for our device. Thank you.